The Valiant Little Tailor, a hero in disguise. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a little tailor who was very clever and brave. One sunny morning, as he was sewing in his shop, he felt very hungry. "I need a snack," he thought. So, he spread some jam on a slice of bread and left it on the table while he finished his sewing. Suddenly, a swarm of flies buzzed in through the window and settled on the jam. Annoyed, the little tailor picked up a piece of cloth and swatted at them, managing to kill 7 with one blow. He was so proud of himself that he made a belt that said, "7 in 1 blow." The tailor decided it was time for an adventure. He packed some cheese and an old bird and set off into the world wearing his new belt. As he walked along, he met a giant. The giant saw the tailor's belt and laughed. "7 in 1 blow, eh? Let's see if you're as strong as you claim." The little tailor wasn't scared. "Of course, I'm strong," he said boldly. "Let's have a contest to prove it." The giant picked up a heavy rock and squeezed it until water came out. The tailor took out his cheese and squeezed it until the liquid oozed out. "Can you do this?" he asked the giant. The giant was impressed, but didn't show it. Next, the giant threw a rock high into the sky. The tailor let his bird go, and it flew out of sight. "Can you catch that?" he asked. The giant was puzzled, but couldn't admit defeat. Finally, the giant led the tailor to a massive tree and challenged him to carry it. The tailor cleverly suggested they carry it together, with him in front guiding and the giant at the back carrying the heavy trunk. As they walked, the tailor pretended to carry his end while the giant struggled with the entire weight. The giant was so impressed with the little tailor that he took him to the king. The king, hearing of the tailor's bravery, decided to test him. He sent the tailor to capture 2 troublesome giants in the forest. The tailor found the giants sleeping under a tree. He filled his pockets with stones and climbed the tree. Then he started dropping stones on the giants' heads. They woke up angry, blaming each other for the disturbance. They fought fiercely until they knocked each other out. The tailor tied them up and brought them back to the king, who was amazed. But the king wasn't ready to give up his throne just yet. He set the tailor another challenge: to capture a ferocious unicorn that had been terrorizing the kingdom. The clever tailor found the unicorn in the forest and stood in front of a tree. The unicorn charged at him, but the tailor moved just in time, and the unicorn's horn got stuck in the tree. The tailor tied the unicorn up and led it back to the castle. Next, the king sent him to capture a wild boar. The tailor found the boar in the forest and chased it until it ran into a chapel. The tailor quickly closed the door and brought the boar back to the king. Impressed by the tailor's bravery and cleverness, the king finally admitted defeat. He gave the tailor half of his kingdom and his daughter's hand in marriage. The people of the kingdom cheered for their new hero, the valiant little tailor, who had proven that cleverness and courage were just as important as strength. The story of the valiant little tailor teaches us that wit and intelligence can often overcome brute strength. The tailor's cleverness and bravery helped him succeed in his challenges and win the king's favor. It reminds us that no matter how small we may seem, we can achieve great things with courage and clever thinking.